Yo, Broncos country. Close your eyes for a sec and picture this. The stadium in Denver is packed, orange and blue dominate the stands, and the smell of freshly cut grass fills the air. The 2025 season is knocking, and we're dreaming of playoffs, with the AFC West in our grasp. But then, a bombshell hits the heart of the Denver Broncos family like a Von Miller sack in his prime. Estime, our hard-hitting running back, drafted in 2024 with so much hope, might be on the chopping block. That's right, folks. The guy we saw run like a bull at Notre Dame is on the list of potential roster cuts. Are we about to lose a talent like this before he even breaks out? Grab your beer, sink into your recliner, and let's dive into this controversial play, because today we're talking straight, and the topic is hot. Snap count, Broncos country, let's go. This news dropped like a grenade in the middle of the Broncos locker room. Estime, our second-year running back, might not survive the 53-man roster cut for the 2025 season. This isn't bar talk or social media rumors. It's a serious prediction from analysts who live and breathe the NFL, and we need to break down this play like it's game tape the day after a loss. So huddle up, folks, and let's figure out what's going on in the Broncos' backfield, why Estime's on the hot seat, and what this means for our future. Let's start with the ground game. In 2024, our backfield was a mix of promise and power. We had a committee of running backs splitting carries, with three guys fighting to prove themselves. Estime, a fifth-round pick in the 2024 draft, brought that Notre Dame shine to Mile High. The dude racked up 310 yards and scored 2 touchdowns in 13 games as a rookie. Not Hall of Fame numbers, but for a first-year player, he showed flashes of talent that had fans believing he could be the next big thing in our run game. But like every rookie, he had his slip-ups. A fumble in Week 1 against the Chiefs, our biggest rivals of all teams, was like dropping the ball in the end zone. That mistake stuck in Coach Sean Payton's mind, and we all know a fumble in the NFL is like betrayal. It kills a coach's trust in a heartbeat. But family, the plot thickens in the offseason. The Broncos didn't sit still. First, they went to the 2025 draft and picked R.J. Harvey in the second round. This guy's a beast, explosive, great vision, and a knack for slicing through defenses that reminds you of the best college running backs. Analysts are already saying he could be the RB1 right out of the gate. As if that wasn't enough, Denver went to the market and signed J.K. Dobbins, a veteran running back with experience, fresh legs, and a resume that shows he can carry an offense. Add in Jaleel McLaughlin and Tyler Beatty, who are already fighting for spots, and suddenly our backfield is more crowded than the Empower Field parking lot on a Sunday against the Raiders. The big question is there room for everyone on this roster? Analysts close to the team dropped the bomb. The Broncos will likely carry only 3 running backs on the final 2025 roster. That's standard in the NFL, where roster spots are more contested than a Super Bowl. With Dobbins and Harvey pretty much locked in, one's a proven vet, the other a draft gem, the fight for the third spot is between McLaughlin, Beatty, and Estime, and according to predictions, McLaughlin's got the edge. Why? At 24, he's got 2 years of experience, knows Payton's system like the back of his hand, and has shown versatility, running well, and even catching passes like a wide receiver. That leaves Estime and maybe Beatty watching the clock tick down. What's weighing against Estime? Besides that fumble against the Chiefs, he hasn't turned his raw potential into consistent numbers. And get this, our offensive line was the NFL's number 1 in run-blocking win rate in 2024. That means the holes were there, but Estime didn't capitalize as much as Payton wanted. Our head coach is a tough one, the kind who demands perfection on offense. He's made it clear he wants a more dominant run game in 2025 to support our quarterback, Bo Nix, in his second year. And it looks like he's betting on Dobbins and Harvey to lead that charge. Now, Broncos country, brace yourselves because this part's rough. If Estime gets cut, he won't just vanish into thin air. He could end up on the practice squad where the Broncos would still have a chance to develop him. But here's the nightmare. Any other NFL team could snatch him from our practice squad. Imagine Estime rocking the Raiders silver or the Chargers blue, running against us in the AFC West. It's like a pick six in overtime. The guy's only 22, built like a tank, and has untapped potential. He showed at Notre Dame he can carry an entire defense on his back, and the last thing we want is to see him break out for another team. On the flip side, the NFL is a chess game, and Sean Payton's thinking about the whole board. Keeping 4 running backs might be a luxury the Broncos can't afford. Every spot on the 53-man roster is precious, and Payton might prefer to use that space to bolster another position, like a versatile tight end, a backup cornerback, or even a special teams ace. It's a decision that could define the season, and the fans are watching every move. While we process this possibility, let's step back and look at the big picture. The 2025 Broncos are heading into the season with a vibe we haven't felt since the glory days of Peyton Manning. Our defense is a monster, maybe the best in the NFL, with a secondary that shuts down the passing game and a front line that swallows opposing quarterbacks. On offense, Bo Nix is entering his second year, more confident, more polished, and with a Peyton playbook that's getting deadlier by the day. Analysts are even saying we could dethrone the Chiefs in the AFC West. That's right. Family, the division title, which we haven't won since 2015, is within reach. But to get there, every piece of the roster has to fit like a perfect gear. The run game is a huge part of that, as it sets up the play action and takes pressure off Nix. If Peyton believes Dobbins, Harvey, and McLaughlin are the guys to make that happen, cutting Estime might be the price we pay. But Broncos country, I want to hear from you. Do you think Estime deserves another shot in training camp, or is it time to focus on the new guys? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the voice of the Denver Broncos family is what keeps this team alive. If Estime does get cut, it's a clear sign Peyton's going all in on the present. Bringing in Dobbins and drafting Harvey shows the team wants an explosive, reliable backfield ready to fight for the playoffs. Dobbins has already proven he can be an RB1 when healthy, with his speed and tackle-breaking ability. Harvey brings that instinct to find holes that even the best defenses can't close. And McLaughlin? He's the versatile guy who can run, catch passes, and even chip in on special teams. This trio could be a machine in 2025. But here's a thought. Are we giving up on Estime too soon? Running backs often need a season or two to adjust to the NFL's pace. Remember Philip Lindsay? He came in as an undrafted free agent. Nobody gave him a chance, and then he was rushing for over 1,000 yards and becoming a fan favorite. Estime has that same raw potential. He's young, strong, and has a motor that doesn't quit. If he gets cut and blows up on another team, it'll be one of those decisions we regret for years, like letting Cutler slip away back in the day. On the other hand, Peyton isn't one to wait around. He's a coach who wants results now, and the 2025 roster is being built to compete immediately. Keeping Estime might be an investment in the future, but maybe the future is now. So, family, what would you do in Peyton's shoes? Would you give Estime another chance, or bet everything on the new guys? Hey, Broncos country, you feeling that energy? You hyped about the chance to see our Broncos dominate the AFC West? Then don't let that passion cool off. Hit that subscribe button on the channel to stay in the loop on every play, every update, every epic moment of this legendary season. Already subscribed? Drop a like to show some love, share this with your Broncos family, and let's grow this channel like our mile-high fan base. Orange and blue till the end, folks. I'm laying it all out, family. When I read this news about Estime, my heart sank. The guy's got that spark in his eyes, that fire we saw at Notre Dame, running through defenses like a bulldozer. But I get Peyton's side. In a team this close to something big, you can't carry extra baggage. Still, if I were calling the shots, I'd give Estime another chance in training camp. The kid's 22 and sometimes a rookie just needs a little push to become a starter. But what about you, Broncos country? Think he deserves another snap, or is it time to move on to Dobbins and Harvey? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear what the fan base is thinking. So, Denver Broncos family, what's the play? Do you think Audric Estime's got enough gas to prove he belongs on the roster, or is it time to let Dobbins, Harvey, and McLaughlin lead the ground game? This decision's going to hit the fan base hard, so sound off in the comments and let it all out. Don't forget to smash that like button, share with your crew, and subscribe to stay locked in on everything Broncos. Until the next snap, Broncos country, let's ride to the top of the AFC West together. Go Broncos!